All right, it's time for the Gigmaster Weekly Update, and I got a lot of cool stuff to go over with you, so let's get started right now. All right, we're going to start with a quick update on Lucky. Y'all that follow me know who Lucky is, the little baby duck that we took to the rehab. And Rose sent me a little video, and in the video, she talks about a couple of different things about the development of the ducks. You ever heard of saying water run off a duck's back? Well, water doesn't always run off a duck's back, and she explains why in this video, and water's not run off Lucky's back yet. Check this out right here.
So just a little update on Mr. or Mrs. Lucky. I went out to do rounds on the ducklings, and it was not hard to find Lucky because of the band on the leg, which we change weekly. And it will come off at release. I just want to make sure that we know which one Lucky is and his little pals. So you can see that Lucky is soaking wet, and that is because Lucky did not stay with its mom and have time to get waterproofed, where she uses the gland on the back of her tail on the top and she rubs it on her babies. And waterproofing just basically is her oil going across their feathers to make sure they don't drown. And unfortunately, all the little guys I get in, they're not waterproof. They have to do this themselves, which doesn't happen until about 6 to 7 weeks. The more they play in the water and the more they rub, the more they'll start producing some oil back there on the tail and then waterproofing themselves. They cannot release until they are fully waterproofed and they have a full set of flight wings. That is ensuring if they come upon a predator, they can take flight and flee. So Lucky will probably be with us anywhere from 8 to 12 weeks, depending on how fast he or she develops. And then hopefully we'll have a follow-up release in the back of the Gigmaster's backyard with Lucky and buddies. All right, so it's just a little quick video on Mr. or Mrs. Lucky. Take your guess. What do you think Lucky will be? I'm thinking, I'm not telling, but I'm pretty sure I know.
All right, Lucky's got to work on becoming waterproof. He is not waterproof yet, but he will be before too long. All right, next update, my boat. Y'all know how much I use my Snooba in the summertime, and I got it out. And after putting a little bit of gas in it, a few pulls, it's ready to go. I got it mounted on the boat. Got a little video right here of it. Check it out. All right, a quick update on the Snooba Rig you see behind me right here. I just put some gas in it, pulled about 6 times, and it cranked right up. Tested my hoses out. They seem to be doing good. Let's take a look at it right here. All right, there we got it. I'm gonna pull it with my left hand. Oh, it didn't start the first pull, but second pull, not bad. It's actually all hooked up with a full max in it right now. That's why you hear it running kind of low. Crank right up. I like it. We got all our stuff over here. Let's crank to cut this off. Let's cut that off for a second here. Here's a little thing I made for diving so I can put on my thing when I'm diving. That little flag is about done. I did pull this hose out right here and test it out, and it did fine. So we're good to go on that. I think we're ready to mount this to the boat. It's never been mounted on this boat yet. Let's get over there to the boat, hook it all up, and see how it looks on the boat. Let's do it. All right, we got it mounted on front of the boat. I can't wait to get this thing in the water and use it. I got 4 straps in here, and I got everything stay strapped down so the wind won't be flopping out, I hope anyway. We might have to put another strap on there. But I actually use these things here to actually tighten it down up here, which I didn't use those last year, but on this boat I want to make sure it's good and tight. And with 4 straps, if one failed, I think we'll be all right. Anyway, because we'll be going down the interstate with this thing 70 miles an hour, so we'll make sure it stays on the boat. All right, well, we got that wrapped up, and actually, I want to tell you about one more thing real quick. The video hadn't come out yet, but I was actually looking for a ring in a river up here. That guy tore off his finger throwing a crab pot over. And this might be my first test with it right here, trying it out, trying to find that ring. It's probably about 5 feet of water, so it's going to work perfect in that kind of environment. So Anyway, we got to get our X-Gals all fired up. I haven't fired them up since last year, so I need to check those out. I think 2 of them are working, 2 are not, so I got 4 of them. So we got to work on those. A couple of them, I might just send them in, I don't know. But I think 2 of them we get going pretty easy, and the other ones we'll have to get some, do a little work on. Always maintenance on equipment, all the time. Anyway, I'm glad we got this done. As you can see, we're going to find some good stuff this summer. Stay tuned. I can't wait. All right, a little update on my bottle slumping. Y'all see me using my new kiln to slump bottles. I got one that's almost perfect, I think. Check that one out right there. Is that pretty or what? I mean, it's perfect, shiny. It sits perfect. My wife is actually using this one every day by the stove to put her spoons and stuff in and all. Pretty cool, though. I think that one come out almost perfect right there. So I'm learning a little bit more all the time. I did try another one right here. Pretty much the same thing. Not quite as shiny. Maybe I left it on. I changed the setting just a little bit. Maybe left it on too long. But I did try to paint in Gigmaster right there, as y'all can see it. That didn't come out too good. So I still got to work on how to do the drawing on them. And that stuff fuses into the glass whenever you do the... I got a bunch of paint too that you can use. But I ain't quite figured that out yet. So we're still working on a little experimentation with that bottle something on that. But I think they're looking pretty cool. All right. I did have this, during this past week, I did look for 2 rings and didn't find either one. One of them, he didn't know where he lost it in an entire park. So situations like that, you know, really hard. I got one other area I'm going to check in the park. I did find some other stuff, but not that ring. But I do have a couple more spots to check in the park. So I will be going back to check that. And another guy actually was throwing crab pot out. And you'll see the video on this later. But he was throwing his crab pot out, and the crab pot caught it and went out about 5 feet of water. And I hunted around a little bit. It's kind of hard hunting in there and all, but I found some sinkers and cans and stuff in the area. But it knows the general area, so I feel like we should be able to find it. And I got my Snooba Rig now, so we're going to go back and dive for it. So dive for the lost ring, so that's coming up. My friend, y'all see me going to the beach all the time. I did not go today, but John Boy went, and he dug 84 coins, I think it was. I'll put a picture up there. Over $9 in coins. And just to I just want to tell you that story because of one reason. He hunted several beaches and didn't have hardly anything. Got to one spot that was probably 50 foot wide where it had ate out a little semicircle in the beach there, and everything came from that general area. You really sometimes, if you're hunting a beach and you're not getting anything, sometimes that's you see me hit 5, 6 beaches some days. So I'm looking for that little honey hole that might have an opening to have some coins, silver, whatever, rings. You got to find that little cut or that little eat out area or some reason why that particular area has light. If you start getting 1 or 2 coins, definitely check that area really good because you can walk right through it and miss it too. So you always check that. I want to show you another video. Well, first let me tell you real quick. In our area, in the Washington, D.C. area, a little north of me, when both my sons live up that way, every 17 years, cicadas by the millions come out of the ground, climb up the trees, mate, do their thing, go back in the ground for 17 more years. It's amazing. I don't know how they got a calendar to know 17 years, but they do. But anyway, he's taking a couple videos of them coming out, and I'll put them right here on the, while I'm talking to you, so you can see them coming out and doing what they do. It's crazy. You'll see it on the national news when they really come out, which will be this week probably, but you'll see it on the Gigmaster channel first before you see it on the national news, because it will be out there. They'll be out by the millions. The decibel levels, because they make a noise, you know, it'll be like 100 decibels, where there'll be millions of them making that noise, you know, it'll be crazy up there. You'll see it coming out, but you saw the Gigmaster channel first. I was out detecting. I just want to show you all this real quick. And apparently they did this for the kids, but more reals than I ever found in one hunt. Check it out. All kind of reals. That's on one of my upcoming videos. I guess they threw them out there for the kids. I was digging reals left and right. Unfortunately, they were fake, but it was fun to dig them anyway. Me and John Boy were digging those. Anyway, I think that's going to wrap up this week's update. Man, there's a lot going on. Gigmasters don't stay still too much. All right, well, I appreciate everybody hanging in here for my weekly update. Don't forget to click like, comment below, share, and subscribe to the Gigmaster so you know what we'll do next. And if you can, don't forget to use, if you look on my video description, I got links in there. If y'all are looking for a detector, I got Calico, I got Amazon links, eBay links, right there in my video description, so check it out if you get a chance. All right, thanks for coming along.